This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Halftime program password here live from the Minnesota State Fair, Carousel Park, Shadows of the Grandstand. 10 to be here along with Common, Lil B, Feminine Touch the program, and Corey Cove and Justin Gard. And it's Lil B and Common against JG and CC. And where are we at for score?
Yeah, Cove and Gerdsey with the lead at halftime, 43-35. As always, we play to 80. This is the second half. You can watch right now, even though we're at the State Fair. You can watch at KFAN.com/watch if you're here in person. You can also buy some T-shirts over there, right, Lil B?
Yes, sir.
Lots of swag to buy over there.
There's lots of swag. We just got refilled on everything, so we're good to go.
Speaking of refilled, Blue Barn stopped over to refill Common's stomach during the commercial break.
So choice.
Yeah, the blue,
Lulu's?
Well,
Lulu's?
no. Now I'm not even sure. They have some like pierogies. It's just everything is so good.
Is that right?
Is that right?
It's that right. That's right.
So, I got a text during halftime from Josh Broughton, one of us Hollywood actor guys, says he feels like he's listening to a Twins inter-squad game.
Wow.
The truth cannot be controversial.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be more entertaining and be like the Drip Brothers and screaming things and yelling things, but we've played so poorly so far. There's nothing to get
scream
excited
about.
about.
Nothing to get excited about.
No.
The only noise from the audience has been a groan when Lil B got one wrong.
Yeah.
And mouth guitar guy
I'm
practicing.
trying.
Let's get a refresher from the crowd. Who here is, by round of applause, who is cheering for Corey Cove and Justin Gard? Well, a little more than last time.
I feel like our fans left.
Who's cheering for Common and Lil B?
Wow.
Who wants the game to just be over and you can move on with the rest of your life? I thought so, yeah.
The majority.
We'll try to do it.
All right, like I said, Corey Cove and Justin Gard lead 43-35. Common and Cove, take a look at that iPad, please.
Let's go, Common. I want to win now.
All right.
It's time.
The password is satellite.
Reminder to the crowd, please don't shout out the word. We appreciate that. You guys did a great job in the first half. Common, you are trailing by 8, so the option is on you. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
All right, Cove and Gard for 10.
Oh, man. Orbiting.
Circulating. Because that would be a word.
Common and Lil B for 9.
Georgia.
Peaches.
Corey and Gerdsey for 8.
Communications.
Common and Lil B for 7.
Sirius.
Satellite.
Yes.
Yep, that was good. Yep.
Good clue.
I was almost
Good
there.
clue,
Corey.
Common.
Sorry.
Dave Matthews, everybody.
When I said Sirius, I thought you might have said kidding.
I thought about it.
We got a 1-point game. Corey and JG just have that 1-point lead, 43-42.
Gotten it on one. That was a good clue.
Lil B and Gerdsey, take a look at the iPad, please.
The password is troll.
Lil B, down a point. You have a chance to regain the lead here. The option is on you. Do you want to go first or second?
Second.
All right, JG and Cove for 10.
Internet.
Explorer.
Old school. Lil B and Common for 9.
Jerk.
Gerdsey and Corey for 8.
Tease.
Troll.
I'm not on the internet. Sorry.
You're not missing much.
Sorry, Lil B.
A lot of filth on the internet, Common.
Yeah, I don't.
Lots of trolling.
I don't go.
That's not the kind of filth I was referring to, but yes, there's a lot of that too.
It is 51-42. Corey Cove and Justin Gard with the lead.
We go to 80.
If we can get there.
How many words do you have left? The last day.
Is there another halftime?
Common and Corey, take a look at the iPad, please.
The password is night.
Where are we at? Common, you're down
I'll go
9
first.
points.
I'll go first.
All right, Common and Lil B for 10.
Day.
Night.
Oh,
Well played.
Thank you.
So,
the spell.
behind the scenes, the spelling was with a K. I also was not going to use that spelling. That you did the right thing.
Thank you.
That was the right strategy.
And these are all over the map.
Yeah, they are everywhere.
Satellite to
Ton of.
night.
Much harder word if you have to use the actual
Yes.
tense. You did the right thing.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Common and Lil B have the lead. They're up by 1, 52-51. Lil B and JG, take a look at the iPad, please.
The password is signal.
All right, Gerdsey, because you are down a point, the option is now on you. What do you want to do here, first or second?
First.
All right, JG and Corey to regain the lead. This one for 10.
Blinker.
Signal.
Yes.
I've almost second guessed myself like 4 times today. I'm glad
If I
did
would have
that
said
time.
transmitter, would you have said signal? I was going to say transmitter.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I probably would have said gonculator.
Yeah, I know.
Engineer.
That's my worry.
I was going to say turn.
That was really good.
I'm like,
Turn, I don't think Turn would have got me.
I didn't
Blinker
think so
was
either.
perfect.
No, blinker was perfect.
Corey Cove and JG now have 61. They are 19 points away from a win. Common and Lil B are at 52. Common and Cove, take a look at that iPad, please.
The password is surprise.
All right, Common. You are down 9. The option's on you. You can regain the lead here. You want to go first or
I'll
second?
go first.
All right, to get the lead back, Common and Lil B for 10.
Party.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Nice. Good clue.
Thank you.
Good animation.
we're really heating up.
Didn't move my body parts.
Yep. Put your parts away.
Put your Napa parts away. 62-61. Common and Lil B have the 1-point lead. They need 18 points. Cove and Gerdsey need 19. Lil B and JG, take a look at that iPad.
The password is rug.
All right, we're on you, JG. You're down a point, so the option is on you. Do you want to go first or second?
First.
All right, Gerdsey and Cove for 10.
Carpet.
Flooring. Damn it.
Lil B and Common for 9.
Oriental.
Rug.
If you have the means.
If you have,
You have the means. You have the wherewithal.
Man, this is like the finals all over again. What are we doing? We're better than this.
I know.
You're from Medina. I'm from somewhere else. We should be winning.
You graduated college. I didn't.
Put those two together.
Yeah.
College graduate from Medina. We
should be fine.
crushing.
I know.
Man,
Here's where we're at.
blowing it again.
Common and Lil B lead 71-61.
Come on,
So if
Common.
Common and
Let's
Lil
go.
B get 9 or more, they are victorious.
It's more fun to play Tommy and, Zach.
That was the perfect clue. I just don't know what I'm doing here.
Corey and JG are 19 points away. Common and Cove, take a look at the iPad, please.
The password is pebble.
All right, Corey, down 10 here. Big decision. You've got the option. You want to go first or second?
Oh, man. All right, we're going to go first.
Oh, boy.
All right, to tie the game, Corey and JG for 10.
Stone.
Sword.
Common and Lil B for 9 and the win.
Tiny.
Pebble.
Yes.
Well done. God dig.
Common 2-0 at the State Fair.
Yes.
Both as underdogs.
If I had said fruity and then the blank, maybe.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
doubted us.
maybe
You
fruity.
doubted us. You doubted us. You all doubted us. And all we're rooting against. Well, not all of you. Thank you. Wow.
Can you believe we give this away for free every single day? This level of entertainment.
Based on their faces, this is a game they will never forget. Never.
I thought we played pretty well.
We
Quite
did
frankly.
good. We came back.
I thought we came
You
back.
checked out for a little bit.
Well,
but you came back.
I always get off to a slow start.
Yeah.
Last year, I passed on List. Schindler's was the first
yeah.
game.
There's
and I'm
only
just
one.
like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I got off to a slow start, but we figured it out.
Yeah, we got a good vibe.
We got a really good vibe.
Yeah.
I just think we're chokers.
I thought we were going to get crushed.
Yeah.
Just because they're legendary, the two of you. You guys are legendary.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
They're pretty beatable.
Not anymore.
I think we get to the big game and we just choke it away.
It's been a while since I've had a trophy at my desk.
cry
It's been
about
like
it.
2 or 3 years.
I mean, was that my A game? No.
No.
Was that your A game?
I hope not.
No.
Maybe it is,
Oh,
though.
fluid.
No,
It's choked
no
away.
credit to your opponents,
Is
currently.
it time to do what the Twins did? Fire sale? Break the two of you up?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, again, if you take Marnie out of it, we just lost to a couple of 500
Yeah.
players. What are we doing here? My God.
It's true.
What the hell?
Good point.
Oh, well, hey, thanks for coming, you guys. As always, it's fun. Thank you so very much.
Happy
It was
to-
fun. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Now, you guys are back out here. The Partridge Morning Show is coming on Monday, correct?
Monday, 2 to 4. So a little bit of your whatever.
Spillover, yeah.
And then a little bit of Guernsey's as
Yeah.
well. 2 to 4. We had an hour of Common, an hour of Barrero. You're welcome.
Now, you, Hockey, and Sauce, will all the ensemble be there? Who else will be here?
I have no idea. We don't communicate. We don't
that's
text.
So you
We have
just
no
hope they
idea.
show up.
So it'll be some collection of the rest of the 36 people that are on our show.
Zacco.
Zacco's for sure. The
Yeah,
rest of them I have
if
no
you get
idea.
half your squad, it's going to be a full booth.
Yeah.
You don't need everybody.
We don't have that many microphones.
Correct.
A lot of people just stand in the back and get free food and then go home
Yeah.
at 4.
Just don't give them free merch. Okay, great.
JG, what's up today on Big Ticket Show?
Bill Guerin is coming at 3:15.
Ooh, okay.
Nico Medved is coming at 4.
Wow.
Ben Gessling at 4:30, and John Krasinski at 5:15.
Wow.
So we're loaded today. Yeah, we've had a great fair.
You are locked and loaded. Thanks so much for showing up. We appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. Lil B,
Appreciate it.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, guys.
We are going to take a short break. When we come back, got a couple of Dark Star memorials for you live from the Minnesota State Fair, and then one more half hour to go. And then we close out the show. Mouth Guitar Guy will continue his ode to the late Ozzy Osbourne, and then he and I, the very last selection of the day, will be dueling mouth guitars right here on the Fan, broadcasting live from the Minnesota State Fair, Shadows of the Grandstand, Carousel Park here on the Fan. This is the Dark Star Memorial Hour live from the Minnesota State Fair. Have two of them for you today. The first one says, Common, it was great seeing you out at the fair this week. Could you include my father, Richard, also known as Orlando Guy's dad guy? He was a solid everyday listener to the program. Loved hearing where you'd hit it on one. It was always an ongoing joke after I played golf on Saturdays. He went peacefully August 27th and is now up with my mother, Lisa, beyond the pearly gates. Thanks for continuing to give us laughter through the tough times. Signed, Orlando Guy. It was nice to see Orlando Guy here at the Minnesota State Fair. Our next Dark Star Memorial, Mark Edward Wieczek, age 58 of New Hope, passed away peacefully August 8th of this year. He was surrounded by the love of his family. Born with a calm, steady spirit and a heart big enough to hold all the people, teams, and causes he cared about, Mark lived a life grounded in kindness and loyalty. He began his career at Parkside Printing in Shakopee while attending Votech, and for the last 25 years he found his home as a dedicated member of the Minuteman Press family. There, his attention to detail, unwavering standards, and fierce loyalty made him not only a valued colleague, but a true friend. Mark's passions were music and sports, especially Minnesota teams, proof that true loyalty means cheering through both the glory days and the maybe next year's seasons. He spent many years playing competitive men's softball and also enjoyed playing co-ed leagues with Wendy, the love of his life. They were friends for quite a few years before they started dating, and in time, they finally found each other. That friendship became the foundation of a marriage grounded in laughter, friendship, and faith. They married on October 2nd, 2004, and spent their years together building a life filled with joy, trust, and shared dreams. A steadfast Christian, Mark's faith never wavered, even in illness. Since his diagnosis, Mark faced colon cancer with courage and grace. He showed us that strength is not loud or boastful. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in faith. He was devoted to his family, always ready to lend a hand, listen without judgment, and bring calm to any storm. He had a gift for making people feel truly seen and valued, not because he tried, but because it was simply who he was, loving, caring, sensitive, and genuine. Mark will be dearly missed by his wife, Wendy, parents Jim and Karen Wieczek, sister Jenny House, brother Brian Wieczek, nieces and nephews, JT House, Ashley House, Davis Wieczek, and Joey Wieczek, I apologize, and Wendy's family, sister Laura Hunter, brother Tim Scott, nieces and nephews, Alex Hunter, Sydney Hunter, Jackson Hunter, Henry Scott, Nora Scott, great nieces Maxine Hunter and Lulu Hunter, and many other family members and friends whose lives are richer for having known him. Mark Edward Wiechek passed away at the age of 58. Those are your Dark Star memorials here for the day, Tennessee. We like doing the Dark Star memorial thing. I remember when Dark first appeared with us on the Fan, he was working at WCCO for the longest time, also working out at Canterbury Park. And I didn't know him very well other than bumped into him at Canterbury Park once in a while. I would listen to him on the radio. And then he took a buyout at WCCO. And then he contacted us and said, "You got that Friday opening. I just need 1 hour a week. Would you consider having him?" We did, and we miss him dearly. He was so much fun to have because, he got the bit. He liked to make stuff up as he went along just as much as we do. And so it worked out pretty well. So we enjoyed having Dark for all those years. And then he passed away. Was that 2012? That sounds about right, isn't it? It's been a long time. It's been like 13 years now.
Yeah.
Well, and then I told the story. So I was invited to participate in a Kent Herbeck charity. He was holding like some kind of, I think it was a fishing event contest way up in Duluth. They wanted me to do MC part of it. So I said, sure, I'll go up there. Well, that was the day after Dark passed away. So that was a Saturday. Dark passed away on a Friday. So they contacted me from the Herbecks thing and said, "Hey, we understand your friend passed away. If you don't want to come." No, I said, "That's not a problem. I'll be up there. It's okay. Dark would want me to go." I always hate when people say, what a dead person wants to. But he wouldn't mind. He'd want me, show must go on, right? So I go up there, and I've got golf set up at the Northland Country Club. And I'm playing solo by myself before I go to the Herbeck thing. And I'll never forget, I'm sticking the tee in the ground, and I'm on the first tee, and I'm talking out loud. I said, "Well, Dark, let's see how I play for you today." All of a sudden, Joe O'Connor, the general manager there, he had come up behind me and he goes, "Who are you talking to, Com?" And he kind of startled me. He goes, "Who are you talking to?" I go, "Oh, just talking to myself and Dark Star." He said, "Yeah, I heard about that. Condolences." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Enjoy your round." So I decided to myself, here's what the conclusion I came to. If I play really, really well, it's going to be because Dark was caddying for me. He was by my side the entire round. If I collapse like a cheap suit, it's because the pressure was too much. Guess which one it was? The pressure was too much. I collapsed like a cheap suit. I couldn't carry it all the way back to the finish line for Dark Star. So remember, what did Chris Carter say? Everybody has to have a fall guy.
Oh, I thought it was going to be $30 million.
Well, no.
Each of the great.
And Dark Star was my fall guy. Even in death, he was doing something for me. Well, something I really didn't want, but he was my fall guy. So Dark Star, the legendary one.
Well, maybe you didn't take it as advice that if you should always hit longer than what you think you should hit.
What he said,
you think you should hit a 7, you should actually hit.
Yeah, he says, if you think it's your 6 iron, you should hit your 5. And then he also said, when you're 66 years old, you should always take one more club. So he had 2 pieces of advice. Now I told you this, didn't I? Somebody sent me. He had a big estate sale, right? And so I've had people come up to me out of nowhere and say, "Hey, I got this from the Dark Star estate sale, and I want you to have it," because they know Dark meant a lot to me. So I've got a bag tag, and it's somewhere in I used to keep it on my bag, but I took it off because the strap broke, and I didn't want to lose it. I haven't found a new strap yet. But it was his bag tag from the TPC down where they have the Island Green. What is that, TPC? What's the name of that one? TPC down in Florida. You know where they have the big island? What is it? Yeah, TPC Sawgrass. So it's his bag tag from TPC Sawgrass. It says Dark Star. Somebody else brought me a pitching wedge and a 5-iron and said they were Darks. And the reason I knew they were, if they say Dark Star on the back of the golf club, and the logos are, he's got like a it's a poker hand. It's a straight flush, and then the other one's a horse. Okay, so you know it's Darks. I gave the pitching wedge to Meat Sauce because he golfs and he was a big fan of Dark Stars too. I kept the 5-iron because what does Dark say? My 5-iron should just as well have been
a pitchfork.
Exactly right. So I've got a pitchfork of Dark Star, and then Meat Sauce said, "I'm going to regrip this and use it." I go, no, don't regrip it. His hands once clasped that and he said that's a good idea. So, so it was pretty cool. So that's why we do the Dark Star Memorial Hour each and every Friday at about 2:15. We'll take our final break, come back with some odds and ends, and then after that, Mouth Guitar Guy will close out our State Fair coverage for the Common Man program here on the Fan. We'll take a short break. And once again, we're broadcasting live from Carousel Park, Shadows of the Grandstand, from the Fair, right here on the Fan. 15 past. I'm Common. He's Tennessee. We're live at the Minnesota State Fair, Carousel Park, shadows of the grandstand. Big Ticket and JG will be here from 3 until 6:30. And as we mentioned on Monday, Power Trip Morning Show will be making their triumphant return. They'll be here on Monday from 2 until 4. Tennessee, there's an old cliche, an old saying I just made up, and it says you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I've learned something new about you today.
Uh-oh.
But it took 7 days for me to figure it out. Because we've been at the State Fair how many days?
This is day 7.
Day 7?
Yeah.
Do you go anywhere where you're not recognized? I mean, honestly, every time I turn over there to start, plotting strategy for the next segment of the show, like we always do, he's talking with people, and I go, "Who's that?" And he goes, "I just have a lot of friends. There's people that want to come up and say." Does it ever get like? Do you ever just want to kind of go somewhere where
want to get away?
Yeah, you want to get away where people don't know you. And wouldn't that be refreshing?
It would.
Sorry, that's a long way for a Mark Rosen sheep shop. Well, that's what he said. He said he went on a little vacation. He goes, it was so refreshing to go somewhere where you're not recognized.
Not get recognized.
Well, everybody wants to touch the hem of his garment and slap him on the back and talk to him. And it's after a while, after 50 years of it, I suppose after a while, there's sometimes you just want to be alone.
Sure.
In Ben Lieber's thoughts. I mean, in his thoughts, right? He doesn't want to be another Mark Rosen cheap shot. Sorry. Now, are you familiar with, did you see the story about Ralphie 6?
Ralphie 6?
Ralphie the Sixth.
I have no.
Ralphie the Sixth is Colorado's mascot. Okay, they have a buffalo.
Yeah, University of Colorado.
Yeah, and I guess they've gone through, 6 of them.
So it's a real buffalo.
It's a real buffalo.
Yeah, I've seen that buffalo running before.
Matt Murray and Ralph D. Russo, not Michael Russo, but Ralph D. Russo, write the story. Took 2 people to cover this story because it's controversial.
That's interesting.
Dateline, Colorado. Ralphie the Sixth, the Colorado Buffaloes' not-so-hard-charging mascot, is retiring after 4 years, in which she drew the ire of CU fans because of her, quote, indifference to running. The running of Ralphie during Colorado games is one of the most famous mascot traditions in college football. 5 handlers run with Ralphie, who is actually a bison, although buffalo and bison are sometimes used interchangeably. The animals can reach speeds up to 25 miles per hour. Ralphie, nicknamed Ember, was just not into it, though. Here's what the Colorado announcement said. Due to an indifference to running, typical of many mammals, both 4-legged and 2-legged, and count me in, it was determined that it was in the Ember's best interest, based on her disposition, to focus on relaxing strolls on the pasture, which is her favorite hobby. I have an indifference to running myself. I own a car. If I want to go 4 miles or 25 miles per hour, I just get in the car and go. And it got me to thinking, though, Tennessee, an indifference to running. And it made me think, like, for instance, I didn't really think of this, a listener did. Okay, you ready for this? Rosie has an indifference of making his own sports takes. Rosie has an indifference to making his own sports takes. The Poe lads have an indifference to spending money. And, of course, Common has an indifference for show prep.
I always love that one.
A lot of people have indifferences for things, but the buffalo doesn't want to roam anymore. He just wants to hang out. So there you go.
I've always wondered with them specifically, because that has to be the biggest animal mascot there is around. What happens if that thing goes crazy on the field one of these days? Like, you can only have so many handlers be able to tie down a buffalo. Right, it's not like a dog that's on a leash where one person can easily control, as long as it's not too big of a dog.
I don't know. I hope we never find out.
Well, yeah, I mean, they haven't had any issues there,
but you're absolutely right.
I've never really encountered a buffalo. Are they angry at all, or are they just super nice and chill?
Well, here's what I'll tell you. My family, my wife, my lovely wife, my first wife, my second wife hasn't been born yet. So my lovely wife, Potato, and Deuce and Baby Brother Peter, we went out to Big Sky.
Yeah.
And that's like 45 minutes to an hour from Yellowstone. So we went to Yellowstone National Park. And, it's just 2-lane road all through the park. Goes here, there, and everywhere. There will be buffalo that will start meandering onto the road, and it gets backed up. We were backed up for, a good couple of miles. They come right up to the car. So I think if you don't bother them, they'll probably leave you alone. But I just saw a story within the last 6 months, someone actually thinks they can go out and like pet the buffalo, so they go out there and they like want to feed them by hand. It's like
they're not smart.
No, it doesn't work that way.
So there's a reason they call it the wild.
Well, that's exactly right, and that's like if you remember, was it Manchurian? Who was the guy? We had a guy whose moniker was Manchurian Brown Bear guy. Because if you remember, there was somebody that, and he must have been under the influence of a whole multicolored galaxy of uppers and downers and screamers and laughers, because he was at the zoo and he got mauled by the bear. He survived. They rescued him. And his claim was, well, the bear was motioning him to come into the cage with him. And so he said, well, I'm going to go inside. And then the bear took him apart, piece by piece. But he claims that the bear was motioning him in. I don't know if that's true or not. I think he was imagining it. And that's where the whole multicolored galaxy of uppers and downers and screamers.
Well, buffaloes must be just very tame animals, because it's not like the Cal Bears has an actual bear mascot out on the field, do they?
No, I don't think they do. I saw another story, and this will probably strike.
You should get a real Timberwolf at the game, though.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do that
at Target Center.
It's a story from Fish Wrap Factory West Side. It says data shows high turnover in Minnesota's high school coaching ranks.
Ooh.
Administrators operating athletic programs say schools can't maintain at the rate they're going at.
Yep.
And in that, and again, even though I subscribe to the Star Tribune, they're locking me out of my own subscription. They're trying to force me to pay for it a second time. So I don't have all the details in front of me, the actual percentages. But in all the sports, particularly, it looks like girls basketball and girls hockey, and in boys basketball, every year there's more and more coaches that are leaving the program. And when you talk to the people involved, they say the biggest problem is what?
Parents.
That's exactly right. They talk about how, first of all, they don't get paid a lot of money to do this. Matter of fact,
no.
The way they described it was, it's less than $10,000 a year.
It's paying for your gas money.
Yeah, it basically said with all the amount of time you're putting into it, it basically works out to be about $10 an hour is what it ends up to be at most, right? And what's happening is it's the pressure of the parents. It's the parents thinking little Billy or little Susie's not getting enough playing time and should get more playing time. And why are you coaching this? I remember when Pete played basketball, the coach at the beginning of the season would say, and I just loved it because he goes, you can come and talk to us every time, but there's 3 things you can't bring up with us. Your kids' playing time, other kids' playing time, and coaching strategies, which is the only things you'd want to bring up.
Sure.
It's like they're basically saying, mind your own business. This isn't, if you want to coach the club, go apply for the job.
Yeah.
Go, if you want to be an assistant coach, apply for the job. And some parents can't get over that. And I'll tell you, it's tough. Because I saw baby brother Peter, he was a starter as a junior at Eastridge, and then all of a sudden he started getting a little less playing time because his performance wasn't quite there, and for whatever reason. But it's just like you got to swallow hard and just say, I understand. It's not. I want my child to play more, as many minutes as they can, which you'd like to see him start and play all the time, but it just doesn't work that way. And I think it just gets to the point where the coaches just say, it's just not worth it to me. The money's not worth it. I'm not going to sit there and listen to parents complain about it anymore. And it sounds like by this story, it seems like it's getting a little worse almost every year.
Yeah, I mean, I've been away from it a little bit, but
right.
I was a head coach at high school, I think 11 years ago, and I think it's a combination of a lot of things. One is, I can only speak for hockey. I can't speak of the other sports, but from a high school hockey standpoint, right? Like back in the 80s, if you were a high school hockey coach, like your job was basically just to coach the high school team, right? And you didn't really have any other responsibilities. Now it's like, well, you also have to be kind of in charge. You got to be on the board for the youth association, and you need to show up for tryouts, and you need to run clinics. You need to scout opponents. You need to go to not only your board meeting for your high school team, but you need to go to the youth association board meeting. And it gets to the point where, like, time-wise, it's a full-time job,
right,
to be a high school coach. And to your point, you're making nickels in comparison for that. So you're working basically two full-time jobs because you have to have an actual full-time job that actually pays you, and then you show up. When I was there, I was making $6,000 a year to be a high school hockey coach, right? I mean, and you're not doing it for the money. That's not why you do it. But for the amount of hours you put in, I mean, it's and then you combine with all the time commitment to it with the lack of money, and then it does seem like there is a little bit more lack of appreciation from parents than probably there once was, right? Like, I'm guessing head coaches in the 80s and 90s, if Lil Billy wasn't in the favor of the head coach, the parents would put that blame on their child.
Right.
Go, well, you need to start doing this, you need to start doing that. Now parents blame the coach and don't put any accountability on their own child for a lack of playing time. And not that every coach is 100% correct in all cases, right? I mean, I'm not trying to fully blindly defend every head coach. Not every coach is great. But I do think the mentality of parents is to where it's hard for parents these days to blame their own child and hold their own child accountable. Whereas, back in the day, that's all you did. You'd be more mad than the coach would at what your child was doing.
Exactly. Well, it was like back when they used to do, back when I was in elementary school, if you goofed off in class too much, teacher would take us down to the boiler room and give us a swat with a paddle. Yeah. Well, you do that now, you're fired. And I'm not suggesting bring those days back, but that's how much has changed from back where it's like the teacher, if he thought you were misbehaving, Mr. Kaiser would take the paddle, he'd bring you down to the boiler room, and the reason they brought us to the boiler room is because it would muffle the cries of you going, ouch, like that. And that's the way it was, and now it's like you say. And then you'd go home and tell your parents, they wouldn't be mad at the teacher, they'd be mad at you. There's like you say, they'd go, well, what are you doing to get the teacher so mad? Behave yourself, That's the way it was back.
And I do think now, even just from a skill standpoint, I do think parents now blame coaches more often for the lack of development for their own child. When in fact, I see it in the youth. I see it at the youth level all the way through high school, and I think what parents need to recognize is all kids develop differently and at different stages. Yep. Right. And you can go like a whole year of hockey where one child can make huge leaps and bounds, and one child really didn't improve at all. That doesn't mean that player is not developing or that they can't improve later. Right. And now we tend to put the blame on coaches when it's just, that's just your child might be what their ceiling is as an athlete, or maybe they didn't put in the work they needed to put in, or other kids are putting in more work, right? There's so many variables, but now it seems like we want to put all the blame on the coaches for why Lil Johnny is not going to be a professional athlete someday.
I blame you for turning baby brother Peter away from hockey. We tried to make him a hockey player, and you were wearing banana underpants inside the locker room. Yeah. Okay. Last thing for you. List radio was what kind of radio, Tenneby?
It's lazy radio.
And what is the Common Man program? Lazy radio, right? So I have one more list for you before we bring Mouth Guitar Guy up. This is called triplets.
Okay.
Best quarterback, running back, and wide receiver or tight end combination.
Pass catcher
in pro football. Okay? Yeah. So pass catchers. Who do you think is rated as number one in the National Football League?
I'm thinking Philadelphia or Cincinnati here. With Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley. Cincinnati doesn't maybe have the running back that Philly has, but has obviously Burrow and arguably the number one receiver in football. So I'll go with one of those two.
Cincinnati's 4.
Really?
With Burrow, Brown, and Jamar Chase. Yep. Philly's only 3rd with Hurts, Barkley, and A.J. Brown. Who do you think they have at number 2?
Maybe, see, I don't know if Baltimore has a good enough receiving option, but
Baltimore's number 1.
Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and are they going Rashad Bateman, or are they going with tight end?
Zay Flowers.
Oh, Zay Flowers.
You think that's a little
He's fine.
He's just fine?
He's fine.
They're going with Jackson, Henry, and Flowers.
Okay.
Now, who do you think's number 2?
I mean, a couple years ago, you're going KC. I don't know if Kelsey's at that level anymore.
Think NFC
Detroit
North.
Lions.
Detroit Lions.
Detroit
They've
Lions.
got Goff, Gibbs, and Amon-Ra St.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
49ers at 5, Bills at 6, Tampa at 7, Chargers at 8.
They're going to dismiss J.J. McCarthy again.
Rams at 9, Houston at 10, Kansas City 11, Commanders at 12. Where are the Vikings? Falcons at 13, Bears at 14. Cowboys at 15.
Bears at 14.
Raiders at 16. Packers at
Hold on.
17.
Before you move on, Bears at 14.
At 14.
Okay, so they have a second-year quarterback who was awful in year one. Their best running back is DeAndre Swift, who is not a top half of the league running back. So the Vikings have the Bears at running back. They have the Bears at wide receiver because Justin Jefferson is better than anything they have. And quarterback, at this point, you could probably throw it as a toss-up. So the Bears should not be ahead of the Vikings.
They've got the Vikings at 22.
Oh, come on.
Yep, because of McCarthy. He's not throwing a regular season pass.
How is
Aaron
Caleb?
Jones, Justin Jefferson. I'm just telling you, we're not getting any respect is what we're not getting across the National Football.
I get you're not going to put the Vikings in the top 5 because you don't know what J.J. McCarthy's going to provide. But like I said, Chicago should not be ahead of the Vikings.
Well, you saw the list, and we'll see how things go if it sticks that way or not. It's that time.
It's the time we've been waiting for.
This is what we've all been waiting. I know what you all been waiting for. Mouth guitar guy, you ready?
Go Vikings! Give them some love!
How are you, mouth guitar guy?
Doing good.
You look good, too. Your shirt says it all, 12/3/1948, Ozzy Osbourne, one of your favorites. You sort of patterned some of your mouth guitar after him all week, last week and all this week. You've been an ode to Ozzy Osbourne, and that's going to continue today. You say you've been working on the Iron Man growl, right?
Yeah.
You did that last night. So you ready? We're going to do a little Iron Man from Ozzy Osbourne.
Yep.
Here we go.
Actually, I need a clapping from the crowd first.
Oh.
Tell us how you want us to clap.
Slow.
Well, start it for us.
I am Iron Man. Has he lost his mind? Is he or is he blind? And he'll walk it up in the where it found. Is he alive or dead? In the bullets in his head. He just passed him dead. I don't even care. Nobody wants him. They just turn their hell. Blind vengeance.
Yeah! Iron Man! Ozzy Osbourne!
Thank you.
That might have been his best ever performance.
That was as good as
I
performance.
miss you, Ozzy.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Very much.
Yes, very much so. Couple minutes to go. This is what we do every single state fair. How long have we been doing the dueling mouth guitars? 10 years, 15, 20?
Probably like about 20.
Probably about 20 years here, and we're about to begin right now. Go ahead, I'll let you start. Oh, mouth guitar guy. Mouth guitar guy, let's hear it for him.
Yeah.
Mouth guitar guy.
Thank you very much.
Mouth guitar guy, if people want to find your work, you've been doing this since 1940. He's been here 48 years at the Minnesota State Fair?
48 years, and I wanted to say that next year, since the State Fair is from August 27th to September 7th, I am definitely going to be back.
Yeah. He's coming
There's
back.
no doubt about that for my 49th year.
40, and it's 26 at the fan. And
26 on the
you told me you're in negotiations right now with the Minnesota State Fair Board. They're considering making one of the days next year mouth guitar guy at the fair. Think about that. It might be mouth guitar guy day out at the fair. So now, if people can people find your music elsewhere? Can they find it online at all?
Well, come to think of it, I do have a YouTube channel, but it's only for original music.
Okay.
And I have to say something. Universal Music Group, you gotta stop bullying the local musicians,
Yes.
even the radio stations.
Yes.
We're trying to do stuff. We're not trying to do things.
Yes, there's Mouth Guitar Guy. Thank you, Mouth Guitar Guy. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year at the Minnesota State Fair. Thanks for coming out and watching this, the Common Man program live. We'll talk to you from our studio on Tuesday at 12 noon. But stick around live from the fair. It's Dan Barrero and Justin Gard. They're next right here on the Fan.
Good night.
Might as well be a pitchfork.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.